Welcome to the continuing shit show that is the Scrambler build that I've been doing. I'd like to preference this by saying that you don't have to do anything that I do. This is just what I do. There's really no reason to be mad about it. I suspect if you get mad about the things that I do to my Scrambler, you have some other issues going on at home and you're just using ATVs as a catalyst to yell at people. So I just wanted to go over a couple things that I'm preparing to do for the next GNCC, which is in, I think, 2 weeks, right? So today's, I think, the 16th, and then the 24th is the next race. So, few things you guys might be interested in. So I cut off my little compartment in the back, and I didn't. I know there's a what's the word? Argument or a like people want to go against weight savings. This one's not for weight savings. I come from a drag racing background where every little ounce matters. I understand that some guys that drive ATVs don't have that same attitude, and that's fine. I do. I like to save weight. But this was done to put my oil filter relocation kit. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two mounts right here to put a small box and then run the oil filter lines back to the engine. So you might be asking yourself, well, you know, why go through all that effort? Well, as you've seen in my other videos, the oil filter is underneath the bike, and it's in a vulnerable place, at least what I would consider vulnerable. It makes me want to change the oil more often, so I don't have to put this thing up in the air all the time, and it has a cooling effect on oil, which is a small little benefit, not much, but it's there. And it also is, you know, you don't have any, you know, if there's a rock that pops up, you don't have those issues anymore, right? So the encasement I'm going to build will also protect the oil filter, protect the lines, make it easier to do oil changes. I think it'll be pretty cool, and I'll show you guys that when it's done. I might not have it ready for snowshoe, but it'll be ready for the one after that. I also took off this bottom skirt right here, and I'll show you on the other side. So I don't see the purpose. Well, first of all, let me again preface this step by saying that my plastics are all banged up now. So at the end of the year, I'm going to have to replace them anyway. So this was sort of like a small experiment to see if this works. But all these things do to me is get caught on rocks and logs, bend my shit backwards, and hold mud. So I'm cutting them off, and I'll see if it makes a difference. If it doesn't make a difference, or if it makes things worse, well, just buy new plastics, right? I also cut out holes here because I always have mud collecting here, and it's a lot. Like, it builds all the way up to here, you know. So I made these in the hopes that the mud will just either fall through, or at the very least when I pressure wash this thing, the mud ain't firing up into the air and shit like that, so it'll fall straight through. So I'm hoping that works. You can go further if you want to and cut all these out, but I still have the plastic supports. I know a lot of guys have problems with these plastic supports under there, but you know, you go crazy. You really can't learn unless you try. I also I forgot to say this in one of my videos, or maybe I don't, because I can't remember shit anymore. I put heat sinks into my hood here. So I don't know if any of you are on my Facebook page. People got very insulted that I would dare say that I don't like the little fucking foam and basically those things over there. I don't like them. I don't subscribe to that point of view. Again, it's America. You're allowed to disagree. Anyway, so what this does is it forces air up into here. It protects this area from mud. You still have air going in through here. You still have enough air in front of the radiator for ambient to cool the radiator, because again, this is a draw through radiator. The air is being pulled through here. Also, of course, right? Of course, thing snaps off any other time, no problem. With the smaller battery and stuff, this makes it much easier for the air to dissipate coming back out of here. Now, I don't know if you guys want me to do it or not, but I was thinking about showing you how to use SC1. I know that sounds sort of stupid, but just bear with me. And how to use the Rustoleum NeverWet. The Rustoleum NeverWet, for some reason, gets a really, really bad rap online. I don't get it. The stuff works phenomenal. If you're interested in me making a video about it, then leave a message in the comments. Otherwise, I'll figure out that you guys don't have any interest. Another thing I did was I reinstalled my race battery here, my race starter button here, and I got rid of that big clunky headlight button, because obviously I don't have any headlights. Some guys say that you're going to need the reverse override button. That hasn't happened to me yet, but I relocated it to right here. So if I do need it, it ain't permanently affixed there. It's held on by zip ties. No big deal. Again, I'm still using True Fuel in the machine. Haven't had any issues. Still using K&N as a filter. Haven't had any issues. Runs like a top. I'm still using K&N filters for the oil. I got my flex handlebars work amazing. The Rox risers work amazing. I got foot pegs. I don't have one right now from Rox. They work amazing. The Kaiser the zero offset wheels work phenomenal. The Dirt Commander tires work phenomenal. I lowered the bike over an inch, and it really made a difference. So this next race coming up is supposed to be muddy. So I'm thinking about making a shield in here so dirt doesn't fly underneath the machine. You know, I'll make it out of cardboard, like I'll test fit it with cardboard, and then I got some plexiglass somewhere, and then I'll use plexiglass to, here it is. Want some plexiglass. This stuff works great. You can get it at Home Depot or Lexan. I guess it's not fiber, whatever. You get it at Home Depot or Lowe's, works great. Oh, and this shit right here. They just started selling this. Here is it. This gunk engine protector stuff, phenomenal. If you put this on before a race, yeah, I mean, you have to apply it every time, so it's like anything else. It's not going to last forever. But if you put this on before the race, let it dry, race, you go to spray the bike down, nothing. As you can see, I mean, this bike's been through 5 or 6 races now, and it looks pretty good. I mean, works great. Yeah, if you throw this shit on there, it works phenomenal. Try different things. You know what I mean? You can't know until you try different things. I mean, there's people say that this works, that works, but give it a shot. It might, and then if it does work, share it with the community, because that's really sort of what it's all about anyway. Anyway, so that's it, I think. Once I get the oil filter relocation done, I still got to get the exhaust done, but I think I'm going to finish out the season, honestly, stock before throwing the muffler on, just because I don't think I'm not a good enough driver yet where I need more power. It'd be kind of silly to add more power when I'm a rookie. I mean, even rookies, I still suck. So, probably going to try and get a new bumper. I might have one fabricated. I keep cracking my my aluminum support that goes under here. This thing, see? So Polaris makes these parts in aluminum for a reason, and I agree with I mean, yeah, you got to keep buying them. And some guys will say, oh, you know, they make it weak. They're supposed to break. It's sort of like a front crash, crumple zone on a car. It's supposed to break. I've rammed this thing into a tree multiple times, and it seems to still be holding strong. I'm very happy with my bike. And it's a lot of fun making it my own, even though people give me a hard time about it for whatever reason. But anyway, so if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. If you like the channel, subscribe. I promise I'll start making more videos. I don't really know about what, but I'll do the best I can. A lot of you guys have been asking me to make more videos. Thank you. Anyway, have a good weekend or Father's Day. Have a good Father's Day. And I will probably give you a race report after GNCC, because that's my next race. Talk to you later.